I should have stopped when the screen asked me, "Do you want to see what you're not supposed to?" But I was 20, bored, and arrogant. The kind of arrogant that thinks because you're studying cybersecurity at a decent college, the rules of the internet don't apply to you. It started on a random Tuesday night. I was 3 Red Bulls deep and halfway through a Reddit rabbit hole when I stumbled across a cryptic post. Just a black screen with white courier text. Curiosity killed the cat. Satisfaction buried it. Access the red door. See beyond the veil. There was a link underneath. Nothing I recognized. Not even a .onion site. Just a string of symbols and slashes that made no sense. It wasn't clickable, but someone had posted the decryption key in a reply, already buried under deleted comments, and this post violates our policy. I should have clicked out. Instead, I copied the link, opened my virtual machine, masked my IP, and followed the trail. It didn't look like a site, just static at first, like a broken television feed. Then something flickered, a loading bar labeled "Access Requested, 1-1 granted." Then a message appeared. "You've been chosen. Return tomorrow, 1:47 Eastern Standard Time." No interface, no buttons, no way to respond. I sat there staring, cold sweat crawling down my back. I closed the window, disconnected the VM, shut everything down, and I didn't go back. 2 days later, I found a USB drive in my mailbox. No envelope, no markings. I didn't plug it in. I'm not stupid. I tossed it in a drawer and forgot about it until the next week when another one arrived. Then another, each wrapped in plain plastic. No return address, no fingerprints. I told myself it was a prank. Maybe someone from the cybersecurity club messing with me after I bragged in class about how nothing online scared me. But then the dream started. I'd wake up in sweat-drenched sheets, images of blood-red rooms, plastic-covered floors, and people watching, always watching. Their faces were featureless, like someone had erased their identity pixel by pixel. Some nights I'd dream of my own dorm room, but with the walls breathing, pulsing like they were alive, and something watching me from the corner, always just out of sight. I stopped sleeping with the lights off. I stopped checking my mail. Then the webcam light came on. At first, I figured it was some background app, Chrome being stupid, but it stayed on after I closed every program. I even shut down the laptop, still glowing. I physically unplugged the webcam. The light stayed on. That was the night I unplugged everything and went to sleep in my roommate's room. I went to the campus IT department the next day. They ran diagnostics. Nothing out of the ordinary. I didn't tell them about the Red Room site. I didn't mention the USBs. What could I say? That I followed a digital breadcrumb trail from a deleted Reddit thread and now felt like someone was inside my machine? They gave me a new laptop. Brand new, straight from inventory. No installed software, no Wi-Fi history. That night, the webcam light turned on again. I started noticing things. A car I didn't recognize parked near my dorm 2 nights in a row. A guy in a hoodie who always seemed to be one step behind me on campus. I stopped going to class. I stopped checking my laptop altogether. I stopped sleeping. One night, I woke up at 2:12 a.m. to the faint sound of static. My laptop, closed and shut down, was playing something. Shaking, I opened the lid. The screen was black, but a video feed began playing. No controls, no window, just full screen. The image showed a dim room, red lit, a person sitting on a metal chair, plastic lining the walls and floor, a hood over their head. Then the camera turned slowly until it faced a lens, until it was staring directly at me. The screen flickered, and then I saw my room, my bed, me, sleeping. I slammed the lid shut, yanked the battery out, packed everything I owned, and took the next train home. My parents thought I was having a breakdown. Maybe I was. I threw the laptop in a river, changed phones, wiped my digital presence clean, even changed schools. But the USBs still come. Different addresses, different cities. I stopped using my real name, rented under aliases. Nothing's helped. Last month, I moved again. New town, cheap apartment, burner phone. The landlord promised the place had never been rented before. But when I moved in, there was already a single USB waiting in the mailbox. I don't own a laptop anymore. I don't go online except on public computers, and never for more than a few minutes. I haven't had a webcam in over a year, but some nights I still see that red light. Faint, persistent, glowing, even when there's nothing there. I'm telling you this because if you ever see a post like that, one that makes you curious, one that dares you to look deeper, don't. Curiosity didn't just kill the cat. It broadcasted its death, live, and someone, somewhere, watched.
They say if you stare into the void long enough, it stares back. For me, it started with boredom. I was 16, stuck in a nothing town in West Virginia with more trees than people and no cell service unless you stood on top of a rock behind the post office. My parents were too strict for my own good, so I spent most nights in the basement, gaming on my hand-me-down laptop and looking for weird forums where people talked about cursed ROMs and dark web rabbit holes. That's where I first heard about _ I know you _ dot. It wasn't a real game, not in the traditional sense. Just whispers on threads that were constantly deleted. A link buried behind layers of proxies. People called it the game that reads you. Most said it was a hoax, a creepypasta, or some ARG. But one guy posted screenshots, blurry, distorted, of the game referencing his real name, his address, even something about his dog that had died when he was a kid. The kind of stuff you don't post online. I should have walked away. But I didn't. It was a 47 megabytes download. The file had no icon, just a black square labeled iky.exe. When I launched it, the screen went black for a full minute. I thought it crashed. Then, white text appeared. _hello, Tyler. _ That made me stop. My name isn't on my laptop. My Steam name is just numbers. It shouldn't have known. The screen flickered, and new text typed itself out, one letter at a time. Let's play a game. I want to remember you. Then a single option. Start. I stared at it for a while. The air in the basement suddenly felt colder, like someone had cracked a window. But I clicked. Of course I clicked. The game was nothing, really. Black background. A single white in the center. Then questions. Simple at first. What's your favorite color? What scares you more, drowning or fire? Do you lie to your parents? Every time I answered, the white dot got bigger. The background flickered. And I swear I started hearing faint whispers. Not part of the audio, like something behind me. Then the questions got personal. Do you still think about the fire? Why did you let Max take the blame? You watched her fall. Why didn't you call for help? My mouth went dry. Max was my childhood friend. He got blamed for setting an abandoned shed on fire when we were 10. But it was me. I was the one with the lighter. I never told anyone. And her. There was a girl in my middle school who fell down the stairs during a class trip. I saw it happen. She looked right at me, eyes wide, mouth open like she was about to scream. I froze. Didn't move. Just watched. She broke her neck. I'd never told a soul. Not a soul. I slammed the laptop shut. That night I barely slept. I kept thinking I heard typing from the basement. But I was too scared to go look. Next morning, I booted it up. The desktop wallpaper was different, solid black, with the words, "We're not done." I checked my task manager. The game wasn't running. But the webcam light flicked on. Just for a second. then off. Over the next week, things escalated. The game would launch by itself. I'd wake up and find it running, the screen showing lines of code I didn't understand. It stopped asking questions. It started giving instructions. Take a walk to the cemetery. Look for the broken angel. Leave your phone at home tonight. He's lying to you. Read his messages. I didn't follow all of them. But the ones I did, something always happened. Like when it told me to check my friend Ryan's texts, I found out he was hooking up with the girl I liked. Or when I went to the cemetery and saw a small toy rabbit beneath the angel statue. The same kind my sister used to carry before she drowned. I told myself it was coincidence. Until the final message. It was a Saturday night. My parents were out of town. I was home alone. I went to the basement, intending to uninstall the game. Maybe wipe the hard drive. But when I opened the laptop, the screen was already on. The words were waiting. Last challenge. Go to the bridge at midnight. Bring the lighter. If you don't, something breaks. There was no what. No explanation. Just that, something breaks. I stared at the message for a long time. I felt like my lungs were filling with ice. I don't know why I went. I don't know what I thought would happen. But at 11:58, I walked to the old train bridge by the edge of town, lighter in my pocket. It was foggy. Silent. The kind of night that makes you feel like you're walking into someone else's dream. There was no one there. Just me, the bridge, and the whisper of wind through the trees. Then my phone buzzed. No number. Just a message. Now choose. Burn it, or jump. My hands started shaking. The game never said what it was. The bridge? Myself? The past? I lit the flame. Held it up. Thought about Max. The girl on the stairs. Thought about everything the game had dredged up. Then I dropped the lighter. Walked home. When I got back, the game was gone. The file. The shortcut. Even the wallpaper was back to normal. But something changed. My sister's rabbit. It showed up in my bedroom closet the next day. Ryan? He stopped talking to me after claiming he'd seen me standing outside his window at 3 a.m. But I was asleep. And the webcam light? Sometimes it still blinks. Just once. When I think about playing again. If you ever find the game, don't play it. Because it's not just a program. It doesn't play with you. It plays you.